We are so glad to have you with us here today. Many exciting things have happened since the last expedition with our viewers. We have seen some interesting predators along the way. We may know where all the noise is coming from and maybe a new area to search. Nancy continues to make more strange bone discoveries. Some frightening things took place that we really didn't expect. Sometimes we just wanted to get out of the woods for a while. We start our journey today where we left off from the last episode, deep in a forest in the Pacific Northwest. While investigating the primitive mystery shelter, we were suddenly interrupted by strange sounds.
What the heck was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I don't think I want to stay out here much longer.
I don't know what that was.
Oh my god, I heard something over there too. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
After this incident, we returned to the site several more times. Here is the rest of the story. About a week later, we returned to the site. I thought we were just going to drive up and see if the road was clear after the recent storm.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is a little.
I feel kind of creeped out a little bit.
Well, we're just going to slip in real quick.
All right.
Nancy was under the impression we were walking in to see if the fruit was still on the stump where we left it last week. I didn't bring any provisions, including my pistol. Since we were here, we decided to slip in and out as quickly as possible and have a look around before our actual planned expedition tomorrow, when we set out the trail cameras.
All right, here's.
I do too.
This is where the trail that we're going to try to follow part of tomorrow if we get up here. You hear that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know if your sound picked it up or not, but I heard it.
I heard it again. Well, we're almost to the shelter here. Nancy, the fruit is gone. There's not a trace of it. And I keep,
Gosh.
yeah, there's not a trace of the fruit this time. I wish we would have had the game camera up.
Me
We're going to be bringing the game camera back tomorrow
With some more fruit.
morning. Probably a good idea to not stick around here that long. Not when we don't know what that is. There's not supposed to be any racket up here like that.
It's a long ways back to base camp.
I know it.
I hope I make it.
We'll get there.
We were only about 100 yards from the pickup now and feeling a little more comfortable when Nancy went off the trail and discovered some interesting bones.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Bones, but it looks like this is like a vertebrae I've not
I
seen
know.
before. We better take these bones.
We're going to take them.
We returned the following day to install our game cams and leave a fresh helping of fruit. We were certain that one of the cams would pick up something this time if the fruit was taken. We set out the next morning into the mountains to check our new trail cams. We're anxious to find out if the fruit was gone again.
Well, we're glad to be taking our granddaughter with us today. She's been wanting to go on a Bigfoot hunt for a long time, and now her day has arrived.
Here we are, just about to turn off the pavement and into the Colville National Forest. It was time to show our granddaughter Sapphire where it all started. at the original footprint site below the slate mine. Sapphire loves the outdoors. She started collecting interesting rocks right away to show her friends at school. She said this is a new playground. It has everything she wants. It was later that day, after viewing the footage, that I realized if I would have zoomed in like this 10 minutes earlier that day, I would have had a better shot at a rarely seen predator. As it turns out, I made one more shot before we left the slate mine that day. Here's what we saw when we viewed the footage later. A big wolverine that had probably traveled right by us minutes ago in the canyon. The time has come to hike into the mystery shelter to check our trail cameras. We knew this time, if the fruit was gone, we would finally know who or what has been visiting the shelter at night.
She likes to watch these things on TV, watch her grandma and grandpa, but now she gets to go on one of the Sasquatch adventures. Except guess what? Yeah.
Fruit is gone.
I know.
Now we know for sure we had a visitor last night.
And we just put it there last night.
Yesterday.
And so far, one of our game cameras, the first one I see, is still intact. There's a bite. Good, that's good. That's good. We have something that has eaten part of this apple.
This bite was certainly not human. Whatever bit this apple has sharp teeth. Here you can clearly see the tooth marks.
Sapphire, you want to show us the ring? Okay, the ring was still here, and the apples have been eaten and strewn about, so we're really anxious to see what's going to be on our game cams.
That evening, we were disappointed to see nothing on the game camera except ourselves when we left and when we returned. The other cameras were pointed elsewhere and caught nothing. Why did the camera not capture a single picture of an animal at night? It worked fine capturing animals at home. It was the only camera that doesn't lock. Did someone shut it off for the night? We are not done with this mystery yet. A lot of the strange things we have heard in the distance seem to originate from this area. Whatever is coming close to the shelter and making itself known could be coming from this nearby mountain. Sapphire found a bullet casing on her first expedition. She takes after her grandmother. Get ready, world. It looks like we have another explorer here. Before we headed for home and found out our game cameras failed, we collected our gear and headed back to base camp where our pickup was. And then this happened.
In all the confusion, I forgot one of our bags at the site. They're going to stay in touch with me by walkie-talkie. Too long of a hike for my granddaughter to make again. Okay, I'm getting closer to the camp now. Nancy wants me to check in with her when I get there. Can you believe that? There sits the bag.
Have a copy, over.
Yes, I have a copy. I just got here. Here sits the bag, and I'm in good shape.
10-4, over.
Look at the size of this hole. I know they want me to come back. That is weird. Hello. I'm going to back out of here. This time I've got my bear spray. You copy?
I copy you, over.
Well, it's that same area down there in that canyon. We heard, or I heard something.
We heard something up here too. It sounded like a howl. Is that what you heard, over?
I just heard something again out there. No howl. I couldn't hear any howls. I'm just saying some sticks are crashing again around here.
Okay, keep your bear spray handy, over.
All right, 10-4. I'm really pretty glad that Sapphire wasn't there with me just now, because we don't want her to get afraid of the forest. Most of the forest is friendly as long as you take the right precautions. All right, what did you do? Hello? It's like you're being followed or something. What the hell? Yeah. I'm not going back in there. That is weird. I'm getting out of here.
It turns out I am going back in there. I need to know what's going on out there in these woods. We hope you can come along with us. We'd love to have you along.